What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another glorious day here on Outcast Christianity. And today, I kind of want to do something a little different. I want to do a little mini devotional based on what's been going on today and pretty much this past week. And that is talking about anger. I've been kind of going through it at work a little bit. It's so easy for me to get hot. It's so easy for me to get angry at something. And for the last couple of years, God has really been dealing with me with my anger and prompted me to talk about that with you guys today. And what I want to talk about is Ephesians 4:26. And that says, "Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down on your wrath." I want what I do here with you guys to be very transparent. I really want to be an open book outside of spilling every detail about me. You know, my social security number and that kind of stuff. I don't want to give that away. I do want to be transparent in how I'm feeling and the things that I go through so you guys can know that we're real people. We are real people. Although we do serve the one and only true living God, we are real people at the end of the day. We're not impervious to the ills of life. Who out here has ever gone through anything at work? No, not one person. Well, I go through stuff at work. I go through a lot of stuff at work because I deal with a lot of people. I, by trade, am a mechanic. In a dealership setting, in a certain size, you have to deal with customers, you have to deal with advisors, you have to deal with different departments, and that all can get very convoluted very quick. Especially right now with what's going on with this pandemic, tensions are hot. Without getting too deep into details on what's going on, stuff happens. Stuff does happen, and we all know this in any setting, not only in a dealership setting or in a shop or a garage or anything like that, but it can happen anywhere. It can happen at the bank, if you work at a grocery store, Foot Locker, anywhere. Anywhere there's people, there are problems. Us being Christians, us being followers of Christ, we have to respond to those tempers and tension in a different manner. We can't just up and tell somebody off like we would want to. We can't do that. I can't do that. One, because we are reflections of Christ. We are Christ on location in any given setting, in any given time or place. So we have to be that correct representation of Christ. Paul says in Ephesians 4:26, "Be ye angry and sin not." He says, "Be ye angry." Paul knows that there's a time and a place to be angry. You can even look at Christ for that. He went into the temple and saw money changers and he started overturning tables and whipping people. He was angry, but there was a reason, there was a time and a place. If somebody's robbing your house, you can't just say, "Oh, you know, we can take the valuables. They're over there in the closet." You can't do that. You have to get angry and defend yourself. But the key is to not sin. You kind of got to use precaution. You got to use restraint because, again, we are the light. We are Christ on location and we have to be wise with it. And that takes a lot of practice. When I was younger, I was hot. Now that I'm living a different lifestyle, I can't really do that. I have to be wise with the decisions I make because at the end of the day, I don't really know who's watching me and I don't know what effect that could have on my testimony. I am a walking testimony. You are a walking testimony and you have to live as such. You have to keep that in your mind at all times because that one time that you do happen to flip and let somebody know where they can go, somebody's going to be watching you. And if they were thinking about coming to Christ, they're going to look at you, who is this outspoken Christian, and say, if they're like that, I'm good right where I am. I can do bad by myself. That's something that we need to avoid at all costs. And if that means we need to take a little bit on the cheek, as Christ says, if somebody slaps you, give them the other cheek, then man, take it. Take it. Because trust me, I'm seeing it pay off day in and day out when people see how I'm living and they see how I respond to certain negativity that's around me. And they say, okay, if he's able to do this, if he's able to withstand that kind of treatment, maybe there is something to what he's talking about. Disclaimer, I am not talking about being a doormat. I'm not talking about letting people walk over you and just do what they please with you. You have to be firm. But there's a difference between being firm and then just being nasty. Just like there's a difference between weakness and restraint. And you have to find that fine line. We have to find that fine line as followers of Christ. But that's just me being real with you guys. That's just, me talking to you guys because we're family. You guys love me, right? It's all good. That's just a day in the life of an outcast. Until next time, if you guys haven't already, hit the subscribe button, join the family, give it a big thumbs up, but also get the bell on. Make sure you get that bell on so you get updates. And then lastly, share the video. Make sure somebody around you sees this. Get your friends involved. Until next time, I love you guys. God bless. Peace out.